Hey, I'm Nick Muzzatti. Welcome to Snap Entertainment's headquarters here in Columbia, Maryland. We'd love to take you in and show you around a little bit, so come on with me. So this is our front office space. We like to decorate it with some of our games as well. This is a great way to keep our games stored out in the open. That saves space in the back warehouse, and from time to time we do turn them on and we get to play them. One of my favorite new games is over here. This is the new Star Wars Fall of the Empire pinball from Stern. It's an amazing game. So this is where Ariana and I, say hi Ari. This is where we get a lot of our work done. This is where we conduct our sales, answer our phones, and this is where we do any of our logistics. You can see we have Goodshuffle up here on the screen. I actually started in this business back in 2012, and we were called Carnival Day, and we did school carnivals and backyard parties, mostly inflatables and carnival games. We started to realize that arcade games and photo booths were getting really popular. And by 2016, we changed the name to Snap Entertainment to have it be more in line with the type of work we were doing. And I bought the business in 2017, so had it for about 10 years now. In that time, we've expanded from a 1,500 square foot warehouse all the way up to 7,500 square feet, and you'll find out in a little bit why I went down to about 3,500 square feet. Over the years, we definitely got pulled in different directions, but we started to focus in on these arcade games, and I always like to say it's the type of games that you would see at the Main Event or Dave & Buster's, and we can make them portable. And of course, photo booths are really popular. So we just niche down into those things, and I think focus is really important in business, and so that's why we do a really good job of blocking out the noise of what might be a fad and really focusing on what our core business is. In this space here, this is actually supposed to be my office. We actually use that for storage. Now, I'm not gonna let you see in there because things are packed tight, but a traditional office, people wanna have their own office space. Maybe the owner of the company has an office, and we do need to have that space if I need to conduct a meeting or anything like that. But I actually like to utilize as much of the warehouse space as possible for storage of the equipment. I like to utilize every square foot as much as possible. So we have a space here where Ariana and I actually work together most days. We eat lunch here, and this is where we do a lot of our logistics. You can see we can put Goodshuffle up on here and any other logistics-related content. As we come back here, we had this kind of built out as just a big open space. We didn't really know what we were gonna do with it at first. This was actually another potential office for me, but again, I thought this was way too much space for an office. So we turned that into our photo booth room, and it's worked perfectly for that. This space right here, Marty, our branding manager, operates in here, and this is where we do all of our custom branding. So custom branding is something that we got into in the last couple of years, mostly as a response to corporate requests to have their brands highlighted at events. It's just a value add for them, or if they're sponsoring something and they can get their branding on a piece of our equipment, that's a value add for them. So we've really transformed this space into a custom branding kind of workshop. We did a little bit out of house at first. That's how we started. You can go to a print shop and have them print the branded vinyl wraps for you. But eventually you start to see that the equipment itself is not too expensive, and it's not entirely difficult to operate it or learn how to operate it. So we got our own equipment. We have this HP 115, a 54-inch printer, and a cutter over here. And obviously just a pretty large table. You get one of these cutting mats, and you're set up with a print shop right here. The material, a lot of the cost actually comes down to the material, but you just build that into the cost of what's your custom branding. Something that's really popular have been these custom branded claw machines. Earlier I talked about things that are fads versus trends. These things are trending really hard right now. And I would say that it won't last forever. They go in and out of style, but we definitely want to, when something looks like it's trending really hard, we want to get in on that. So claw machines are something that is trending really hard, but we can also custom brand skee ball lanes, air hockey tables, basketball games, you name it. So that's what we do in this space, again, as a response to corporate clients wanting to have their brands on products. Now, it also works for social events too. We have a lot of high-end social events, bar and bat mitzvahs, that want to create a cohesive look at their event. So they want the claw machine to match all of the other decor. They want the skee ball lanes or the basketball games to match everything that's going on at the event. They don't want our games to stand out like a sore thumb. So in this market, for social events, they have the budget, and we can execute on that as well. So we have custom covers here for these, but we're gonna roll this into the back of the warehouse and test it before we get it loaded up. So welcome to our warehouse space back here. So as you can see, it's not a huge space, and that's by design. We do, like we said, we do arcade games and photo booths. I already showed you the photo booth space up there. And everything back here is either an arcade game or some sort of like sports and recreation game, foosball tables, ping pong tables, or some kind of eclectic interactive piece that we have, and I can point out some things. When we first started, it was difficult to get a lot of these things up on shelves. For a long time, we actually didn't have a forklift. When the time was right, financially, when we knew that we could manage having one, we got a forklift and we started moving these games up onto shelves. And we've actually designed the warehouse. We came through and Ariana and I looked at all the shelves we had already, added a few more shelves, looked at all the pieces we had, and we figured out, okay, which items go out the most, which items go out the least, and everything that's on the ground is ideally something that goes out more often than a game that might be up on a shelf. So as we move down here, some of the things you might see over here, and we're still organizing, is these are basketball games. Basketball games go out all the time. So basketball games should be on the ground. They also roll very easily. Things that go out less might be shuffleboard tables. So you see we have those up on the shelf. Those go out less frequently. Let's get them out of the way. And when they need to come down, we'll use the forklift to get that down. Same thing here. We've got these really large football arcade games. We've got 2 of them, and they were taking up so much space on the ground. And they don't go out as frequently as, say, skee ball lanes, which are actually meant to be in this space right here. Some are on the truck right now. So football games up on the shelf. Skee ball lanes, we used to actually have these kind of stored standing up. So every time we brought them in, we had to stand them up in the warehouse to create the space that we needed to operate. And we decided, look, these go out all the time. Skee ball is going out all the time. We need to leave these on the ground, on their carts. And these are the carts I was talking about before that they're not cheap, but they are called snap lock carts. And you can put an E-strap around it and they secure the game to the cart. They have these huge 4-inch wheels on there. And now we can load these on and off the truck so much faster. So let's keep these on the ground. Let's make a space where we can have them tucked away. Not everything has to fit under the shelf. We just have to keep a lane open back here. And let's make it so that we can get them on and off the trucks really easily. Let's see. So over here actually, and then I'll show you the other side of the warehouse. This is our Goodshuffle digital loading area in development. We're trying to create a space back here where we didn't really want to use the iPads yet. We'd like to just have one central location. So what we did is I have this touchscreen monitor. We connect it to the computer. The guys here in the warehouse, Igor and Tyler, can come back and they can pull up a project. They can pull up the fulfillment tab and they can scroll through and they can start checking things off on the pull sheet. Look, we're still learning how to do this. We're still learning how to move from a printed pull sheet to using this. It's a transition. It takes time. But this space back here, you've got to have a space in a business like this. Games come back damaged all the time. You've got to address it pretty quickly. You can see right here's an arcade game where a caster got knocked off at an event. You got to get it fixed quickly so things come off the truck, doesn't go back, so it stops here. So anything that's damaged is going to stop here in this space and it's going to get repaired before it goes back to its storage location. That's what we use this space for right here. As you can see, we don't need a ton of space to do this. So everything's kind of stored real tightly here, everything we need. We've got all of our supplies down here, lots of extra casters. We keep a supply of extra casters because we're always going to need to add those to the games. And then over here, obviously tools, supplies, things like that. Something I was very excited to add this past year is this pressure washer. So over in this space right over here, this is just a supply area. And we keep things really simple here, okay? We don't have to complicate it. For now, and we'd like to eventually utilize Goodshuffle in a way where it might prompt you for, hey, you need to load this and this. But we know this is a good step in that direction where every event that goes out needs to have, we just call it a supply bin. And we grab a bin and you need to have just basically, it's like a little bit of one of everything here. You need to have what we call small wrap. You need to have some large wrap. This is how we protect our equipment, wrapping blankets around things. You need to have extension cords. You need to have surge protectors. You need to have gaff tape. You need to have something to clean the equipment. So it's really easy. Just grab a bin, fill it up here with the things that you need, and get that on the truck. So that's what we use this space for right here. Any other items you might need, dollies, carts, stools, that's all gonna be in this space right here. Doesn't take up a lot of space. You can get really creative. Again, the goal is keep it compact. Every square foot's gonna cost you money back here. Same idea up the side here. We're putting things up on the shelves that don't go out that often. Really cool game up there, giant pin art. Not in high demand, but every once in a while somebody wants a giant pin art, but we're gonna put that up on a shelf. Same idea, some of these games you're not gonna be able to use a forklift to get them up on a shelf, so they're gonna stay on the ground. So in a warehouse, it would be so cool if you could just, everything's in its place and it's visible and it's not stacked 2 or 3 games deep. The great thing about a lot of these games is and the way we store them is everything's self-contained. So when this goes out, it's got everything it needs. When it comes back, it's got everything it needs for the next event. So we're just gonna slide it back into its space. But we know internally we're a small team. This is where things should go when they come off the truck. Let's get it back in place. It doesn't always happen every week that way, but as long as we can utilize as much of this warehouse as possible without having open, wasted space, we're saving money. We're not feeling like we need to expand into more warehouse space. We're utilizing as much of the square footage as possible. Anything that's on the ground, ideally, is on wheels. Doesn't work for everything, but if you look, most of these games are on wheels, like the skee ball. I'm not standing it up and I'm keeping it on its wheels so that I can get it on and off the truck. Some smaller shelves to keep things that are more like supplies or accessories for games. We're gonna put those up on the shelves. The idea here, looking at some of the things that we have and getting them off of carts, not taking up space and getting them on a shelf. I wanna pack as much as I can into the space I have for as long as possible. So when we moved into this space, it was a real boost to our morale because it was a much nicer space and we really enjoy coming to work here now. Part of it is actually I moved about 15 minutes from where I live, and we don't really know what the future holds. The growth over the last couple of years has been great. Moving into a larger space helped a lot. Scaling down the space helped us stay financially stable. In about a couple of years, ideally we'll be able to take over this space again and we'll expand into those other 3,000 plus square feet when we're ready. And to me, that kind of looks like continuing to stay focused, stay specialized in what we do, watching the event industry, the local markets, kind of see what's going to be popular, but being open to things that really fit with our culture and our personality as a company. We are fun. We love doing what we do. Our purpose is actually to deliver great products and great service to events. And what that looks like to me is just continuing to bring fun to events, and we're going to keep trying to do that and see where it takes us.